Alright guys, welcome back. We have two more questions from the second chapter of Fundamentals of Electric Circuits. And in the first one from the circuit on the right hand side, we need to find the current I and the power dissipated by the resistor and the power supplied by each source. So first thing we need to figure out the current. We're going to use the KVL or Kirchhoff's voltage law, basically moving from one point in this circuit and going back where we started. The sum of all the voltage has to be zero. So starting from this point, we're going to enter the positive terminal. So positive 10. Going down, we're going to get to the 3 ohm resistor, which is also positive, as I said. Based on our current direction, this has to be positive, and we know for voltage we have the Ohm's law, which is basically R times I. So R is 3 ohm and I is what we are trying to figure out. Moving on further here, we're going to get to the negative pole of the voltage source, negative, and because the number is also negative, we need another negative 8 in here. And lastly, we're going to get to the 12 volt entering negative pole, negative 12, and going back where we started is equals 0. So basically we have 8, 18 minus 12, 6. 3i plus 6 is equal to 0, which means our I is negative 2 amps, and the negative sign shows that actually the correct direction for the I is in the opposite direction. All right, so that was the first part of this question, and now we need to figure out the power in each of them. We know that the power is always absorbed by the resistor, and it will dissipate. Basically, the power converts to heat, so it's always positive. So for the resistor, the power is equal to V times I, and as I talked about, V is equal to Ri, so Ri times I or Ri squared. And you can see regardless of the sign of the current, we're going to get the power always positive for resistor, which is basically the dissipated power. So R is 3, and we figure out current is 2 or negative 2, so it's going to be 3 times 2, 3 times 4, or 12 watt for the resistor, and we're going to move on to each of the elements that we have. So first one, we can start with the 10 volts. So now that we know that the current direction for the I is actually the opposite way, we can go either with this way or just keep the direction that we have in the question. So based on that, we're going to enter the positive. So P is equal to positive, again, V times I. So V is 10 volt and I is this time negative 2. We have to put the sign in here because based on this direction, our I is negative 2 amps. So that's going to be negative 20 watts, which means the power by that element is actually supply. So we're just going to show the supplied with S and absorbed with A. So next one, let's move on to the 12 volt. Again, let's just go with the direction that we have for the current. We're going to enter the negative terminal, so negative 12 times our I is negative 2, so that's going to be 24 watt. This is going to be absorbed, and the last one is the negative 8 volt that we have. So we're going to enter the negative pole. So negative, the voltage is negative 8, which means the poles are actually switched. So we have to apply that in here. Negative 8 times current is negative 2. So this is going to be negative 16 watt, and this is also supply. And just to double check the answers that you have, the sum of all this has to be 0. Basically, whatever is absorbed should cancel out whatever is supplied. So as I mentioned, this is also absorbed because resistor always dissipates power. So if you do a quick calculation, we have 12 plus 24, negative 2, negative 16. This is going to be 36, and this is going to be 36. So it will be equal 0, and our power check is actually working. I had a look at the answers at the end of the textbook, and actually what we have for the numbers, we have this one negative 24 and this one positive 20. I believe the correct answer here is these that we have in here. Also, yeah, I just had a look. The 8 volt is also positive. Yeah, just let me know what you guys think. To me, we have to have that power check at the end of these, and the answer that's at the end of the textbook, basically we have the P for this one -24 and the rest is positive, which I don't think it makes any sense. But let me know if you guys have any suggestions about the signs and what would be the correct answer. All right, moving on to the second question, we need to determine I0 in the circuit of this figure. So looking at it, we can see that we have the current I0, which we can apply the KVL again from maybe this point, entering the negative pole, -54, plus again, we have always positive for resistor when we are going in the direction of the current. So plus 22 I0, again, the V is equal to R times I. And getting to here, we have the positive pole of the current source, so plus 5I, 0 equals 0, and that's going to be 27I0 is equal to 54, and I0 is going to be 2 amps. And yeah, that's pretty much for these two questions. Hope everything was clear. Again, if you guys think the signs should be the other way around, where the textbook has the answer, just let me know. We can discuss it. And yeah, you guys take care. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.